I remember we saw that shit at
Taco Bell too, you're like, what the fuck is dirty Mountain Dew? Yeah, you're like, is it alcohol? One was that, yeah. Yeah, it's just like cream soda, but not juice. I don't know how that actually goes.
Did you see, he posted a cover of like a certain house.
Yes.
Is it?
This guy. Ramos. William Ramos. Yeah, for sure. Look me up like a punch out, bro. Yeah, pretty,
Said they were open. How? Get the cabin dirty moves again.
Who the hell's Clementine?
Hold up for me. Let's go.
give it a minute, it's not even.
When I turn into a chocolate for a block of the pretzel, hey girl, who the hell are you, man?
So it's the old coffee shop. New Express.
No, but I think the there is special. There were like 3 people in the back of this store.
I actually don't think you can do that. I'd like to know how you're gonna take a cold brew and make it into a latte.
So
Oh,
when,
syrup.
Right, but that's different than taking a cold brew and making it into a
it
latte.
is,
You know what I mean? Like you can't just take cold brew, but then somehow make it into a latte.
Is this the one that was that?
I think it tastes like.
Well,
Because people do it, but it just doesn't taste the same.
And nobody's understanding. I'm saying you can't take cold brew coffee and turn it into a latte, because a latte is espresso. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't make espresso out of the cold brew. So I'm just saying, there's sense.
Yeah, I know, I said it wrong.
Espresso.
Very good first week.
What? I don't like frappes because the fuck, okay, same reason I don't like slushies, right? Because all the little beads of ice, it's just water. It's not made out of the slush. You know what I mean? It's just ice. So it's like, then, 10 minutes later, your slushie is just watered down because it's just little beads of ice. Well, it's not slushy, but how do you make those frappuccinos? Ice. A whole cup of it. You said you would sit like cold. A taco frappuccino. There's Clementine. I'm gonna whiz and then I'm gonna kill all you guys today.
No. Dude, what the hell? What is going on? Hey,
Well, it's close. You know,
Hey,
that's exactly like.
hey, in the middle of like while I talk, just bro, I just
So wait, are you serious about the haircut or do you really believe it? So
We've
you
all
chose
had
to
bad
wear
haircuts,
bad
man.
instead of a bad haircut?
You can super clips.
Yeah, dude, let me just throw a beanie on you.
That
You
looks
need a, right, you want a hat, we got some meat. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to think seriously when you're just.
No, you.
Dad, I think we were. Bro, we've all had terrible hair.
It can't be. This has.
Oh my God, I've never heard of it in my life. Take it off for 1 second. Do you just want a beanie?
Where did you, like, what were you?
He just shed it. Sorry, I'm full of hair.
Alright, man, fair enough, fair enough.
I'm not gonna be able to take seriously.
I like to get turned on or something.
No, I'm just gonna look over and just see. Worse.
Hold on a second, like, you're literally wearing that because you have a bad haircut? Have you looked in the mirror though? Like the.
You look.
Are you going, are you going to school like that? We used to go to school.
Take it off. He's the DM. Dad, you're the DM. not
No
the
way.
DM.
Okay.
You know what to do.
Does anybody need a post-it note or a?
Hell no. We're just gonna be in the middle of a combat and he's just.
Message.
Yeah, and Nate's got a
really nice set of tits.
All right. Nobody needs a post-it note. Roger. All right.
You can have your character.
Any questions? Let me do a recap.
Why can't I have a wig?
Wait, no, like it's somebody else's wig that you just found, or? Oh, okay.
Is that her idea?
We don't remember.
They have to spray them, see if that thing has.
All right, we're reining it in, folks. All right, after leaving the Lexington Estates, the party found food and drink and some dice gambling at the Busted String Tavern in Plymouth. Took the opportunity to showcase his skills in the violin as well, and in the night's band of bards, and speaking on his family feud, with him pursuing his choice of instrument rather than the cello that he's known for. Caught up in Plymouth made a quick stop at Tap Full as well, scoring a cigar. The party paid for several rooms at the doors open retreat. However, after the evening's violent disturbance, where a rogue mercenary party led by the Tabaxi Piccolo attempted a quiet threat and capture of Valus, seemingly paid for and hired by Sir Lexington, it's doubtful the doors will be open for them any longer. Piccolo's plans went awry when Rebecca woke from him the feud, leading to all but caught of capture of Sir Lexington's estate, which did not seem to be Lexington's goal. But it worked out for him in the end. As a local cleric, Lexington hired to get the information he desired of Abe Winston's course, tricked the one who Lexington felt may have had a more trusting connection with Mr. Confirming. Into confirming this potential trust. The cleric gnome named Live cast speak of the dead on the Jewish course, presenting himself as Valus, and got what Lexington wanted from him. Lexington made his intentions known after Live's work was finished, and kicking the party out of the estates and reclaiming the payment they had initially received. Caught a rustle out of a patch of bushes while the party was reacquiring the goods. And that's where we are. It's about noon, I'd say. Maybe a little after. Like somewhat partly cloudy skies, but other than that, the sun is a bright day, the sun's shining. You guys are currently in the high hill district of East Spring.
It's hilarious. Oh.
Very, very smooth skin, smooth face. somehow Lexington is, you're aware that Lexington did tell you that he will be letting the Kings know right away, findings, but, you didn't get the vibe, I mean, maybe you think that's sorry, that's what you think, but you definitely saw this figure, on the bugbear's shoulder walking the opposite direction of, Carson.
I think that's.
Drop it.
You look over and all of a sudden there's like this older fella walking with a cane, kind of looking up at you, like closer to you than what you would like, just some stranger in the street being.
Just say, shop better. Shop it. You never speak up, boys. But here it's not what it used to be. Shop it. Well, what are you looking for shopping? What do you need? You're gonna have to speak up. Stogies. Let's go to the taverns, kid. But most of the merchants are in the fair center. What'd you say? Most of the shops are in the fair center. Depending on what you're looking for, just stay away from the schlebots. You don't want nothing to do with them. Stay away from schlebots is what you want. Let's smoke like cat piss. Anything else you boys need? I'm old. Other than that, guess what? What was that, Missy? Alright.
It's just walking away with his cane.
Goddamn tourists. Here.
Yeah, I don't know what that whole thing is about.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I'm joking.
so you guys all lost your bill?
Nah, we lost all of our gold.
At least
We
you still
have
got
money.
some. At least you still got some. Well, I still have
about 15 minute, 20-minute walk. You guys leave High Hill, enter the blocks, and then find your way through the blocks to Fair Center, where it's just at this hour it's just bustling. You see the familiar Ring of Fire, the Smith's area, the area that with the big signage that says school. You see a bunch of tablers. You see an area where it says Unit Resolve. Some sort of machine there. Over by, kind of near the Ring of Fire, there's a smaller pop-up shop called Filigree on the Blade. You see we have Halfling Burton behind that stand. And you also see a Devon's Threads pop up. This is very okay. Where would you can make like an investigation for me, or would you like to start? So somewhere in the Ring of Fire, so that's the smaller pop-up shop that has a male halfling, kind of like sitting on a chair up on the front table. You see a lot of like short swords, daggers, a couple of long swords and stuff. Doesn't look like this halfling is smithing anything. Looks like everything they have is just literally out for smith. But that's what you see. Well, probably over by the Ring of Fire area, I guess. Here's where, like, you see, like, smell the smithy burning out. And yeah, there's like actual, like, there's weapon and shield vendors here, but most of them are also like busy. So you could walk up and ask somebody to buy most of them say that they're going to take a look and they have most of the stock that they need. You're talking about like the whole photo. Okay. So you have one chunk of the photo written down or something. Yeah. Yeah, so there's you do notice that there's, so you should walk up to that door if you're supposed to first time, some stuff. Yeah, it's super busy. There's like, that's the fun. So if there's somebody specific that you're looking for, or if it's just like a stranger. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll perception. Get all the info. Okay, there is there's a board, you go over to it, and it kind of just like runs through like the ring of fire area of the school, the ruin resolve, the building, the bombs, threads, and kind of like what you may find in these areas, and what may be available. You see, you're pretty certain that there's no Schleebobs on this list of factors. I think the board looks pretty. You definitely feel like you look around and take note of what you have seen at Fair Center, and there's nothing that you're seeing in Fair Center that isn't. Yeah, your choice of which one, just tell me. You notice there's two kids that look like maybe they're either living on the streets. They look like they're probably about like 8 years old. Kind of like back off, kind of like between two houses. And they just kind of like sitting there. They're either living on the streets or they're just like, but they're just kind of like chilling out. And it does seem like they kind of their eyes are moving. So you notice them. And then you do notice kind of like a bit away, kind of next to the Devin's you notice that there's a human that what Devin's threads has like that. It's not. He's just standing, and like he's looking at like what that threads has, and you got the vibe when you walk past him. It's like that's like there's the school, which is the Taylor area, where even they had nice looking like clothing, like robes and stuff. But Devin's threads looks like it's like a higher notch. You don't think this guy? He doesn't appear that he would have a lot to be looking at first. They definitely trap it. They definitely trap it. And they kind of like bring themselves like away from the ball, the box position looking around as you guys approach. One of them looks kind of blurry, and the other is kind of like, looks like, you guys approach. Compared to, about the same height, I would say. Yeah, kind of feels a little, hold on now. Scared, just a little bit awkward. Looking to buy something, or? We got some stuff to sell, if you're looking for something. I'm looking to buy. Oh, we know places. Yeah, you can street grass, they're a place called, the other one starts to laugh. He kind of looks up the slightly taller one, taller than this. Yeah, we know the place, yeah. Yeah, some old fella down the road, yeah. I mean, happy to show you. You're looking for a guy. We can do that. What type of stuff is it? Well, roll up this way. I mean, that sounds like, now it sounds like you want information as well as, a statement. So, I mean, I can take you there and we can tell you more about it. So maybe like, I don't know, 12 silver should cover it all. And the other one's like, yeah, 12 silver should cover it all. Yeah, it's like that. Tell me the truth. Well, if you get us there, we're gonna make something. I mean, you're welcome to try to find it yourself. Whoa, a gold piece. Give me the 12 silver now, and then I'll give you the 12 silver back when we get there, when you give me the gold piece. They call it a retainer. The small, yeah, retainer. Don't think we can get the pick. Well,
That's not how it works.
alright, she takes it, starts throwing it in her pockets, and the little one's like, hey! And the older one's like, it's the retainer. We gotta give it back, it's chip. Alright. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Lead the way. Alright. He starts leading you away from Fair Center back towards the blocks. He gets about, you're following him for probably about 5 minutes, and he kind of turns around and says, yeah, so Schleebob's is in the blocks. I think it's just, they just running out of a house, really. It's kind of like a joke place, I guess. like nobody really goes in there, 'cause they're kind of weird. But, yeah, I think everybody that lives, you guys must not be from around it, because everybody knows about Schleebops. I think it's kind of one of those places where you kind of like walk around, you know, one of those places. But, well, there's just nothing really, it seems like they, I don't know, I've never bought anything from there. It's ran by two kobolds. One of them you almost never see. He's apparently always in the back. And some of it looks like a lot of junk, but they say that some of it is magical. So it just seems like there's other places, and they don't sell in the fair center. So I think some people seem a little sketched out by it, I guess. Yeah. You keep following the two kids. Eventually, you get to an area where like there's house after house after house after house. Then it's like a house on the street, and then the cobblestone kind of ends, and it turns to like a dirt pavement. Kind of comes around the bend, and then you see like a small shack kind of style house. Not really nice siding or anything, but not like run down. Not too bad. It's not like a dump, but it's like three houses. You could fit like three houses between like where the other houses are and this house. And you guys walk up to it, and there's a sign that like a kind of a rickety sign that's attached to like this mailbox that looks like a half peg. It says Schleebops, shop of magical bits, trips, stabs, and grabs, with a big exclamation point. Oh, here it is. So, you want to see that gold piece now? That's silver. All right. Get the silver out. And 10 pieces of silver. Yeah. I thought I gave it all to you. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, it's here. It's here. He was talking to me. I was like, hey, kind of like elbows him hard in the hip. And the other one's like, we'll take it to the market later and we'll split it. And it's so relaxed. All right, so I guess we're done here. Good doing business with you. Have fun in Schleebops, and then just start walking on. Thanks. Thanks for your guys. Schleebops shop of magical bits, trips, stabs, and grabs.
No.
Hey, this is Schleebops.
Okay. As soon as you open the wooden door, you are presented with kind of like there's a smell. At first you think it's like just like an old, like, it smells like a cellar. It smells like damp and kind of dusty. Kind of like gives you attic or cellar vibes, and then you're kind of hit with this like, it's almost like a subliminal thing underneath it all that's kind of just like, kind of rain. And there's like racks, like wooden racks, of just almost up to the ceiling of just like tons of shit. It looks like if you were to walk into like not an antique store, but nice, but it looks like the nice stuff is like amongst like maybe trash, maybe not trash. As soon as you say that, you hear like something fall over, and then like some like wood like rattle on the floor. And you see like kind of like bounding around one of the racks into like this main aisle. You see this probably about like this tall cobalt, real like skinny, has like a simple leather tunic on, real like skinny snout nose, basically looks like a little dragon. And yeah, it's wearing a tunic. He's like,
Oh, hey, welcome to Schleebop's Traps, Baths, and Crafts. How can I do ya? No cigars here. Nope, nope, nope. We got trouble.
Yeah, what?
What about candy cigars? I mean, I've got some fudge behind the counter, but this isn't really a confectionery store. This is a store of grabs, trabs, and brabs. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys looking for? How can I do ya? Look around, huh? Look around. I can respect that. I can respect that. All right. Well, let me know if you guys need anything. There's a ton of good stuff here. A lot of people don't think there is, but there is. Trust me. Well, I'm Schlee, and if you need anything, let me know. Oh no, not that much thought goes into it. I guess where we can fit stuff. We're always creating new things and stuff, you know. So, yep. Yeah, we make this, most of the stuff we make right here. Or sometimes people bring something in, or I'll find something on the street, and I'll present it to my partner in the back, and he whips it up into something extra. So some of this stuff doesn't look like real magical, but I'm telling you, we got some good stuff. We really do. Bah, yeah, I'm Schlee. Oh, jeez. Well, let me show you.
He basically goes around and he's like looking at, he's pointing at things, and you're like, what the fuck is he pointing at? And then you see that what he's pointing at is actually there. And he's like, almost gives you like this non-stop tour of like some of this stuff, to the point where like you guys don't even really get the chance to like ask questions. He's just like, here's this, and here's this does this. And this is basically the so I don't know if you guys want to read that aloud or.
What was that? What it is?
It's just like a button for the shirt or something.
What was that? I can see that.
But it's just a button, right? Am I picking it up?
I probably could sell it. Or I could have like Bob do something extra with it, you know? So are you looking to have something extra done with it, or you just want to sell the button as is, you know? Oh, I don't know if I'd give you anything for the button, like maybe a copper. But it depends on what you want it to do. I mean, Bob's pretty good. You'd have to like give us some sort of like, you know, idea what you want it to do. All right. Well, over here we've got this, and he starts showing you around.
Yeah.
Yeah, back. Yep.
What's sleeve up?
I thought you never asked. Well, that's the real special thing that I've really been looking to set. So, what the Schlebach Crimbo is, wait, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Crimbo. So, it's this really cool thing. It's kind of like a stone of sending, but it's a stone of sending. Like, it sends me to you. And then I can sell you stuff. Like, you guys are out on adventures. I've been really looking to, like, I don't know, see some of the world, you know? And this way, you guys are somewhere, I don't know, in a dungeon or out at sea, and say you need a trim stick or something, or a jackal door, you know? Something real special. You're just like, well, we don't have it on us, but we got this much gold. Then you just give the Crimbo a nice, you know, smack and spat, and all of a sudden, poof, Schlee's there. And I'm like, how can I do you? You know? So, yeah, pretty crazy. It takes Bob quite a while to whip these up. But, so, the Schlebach Crimbo, if that's what it's called, if I remember it right, normally they're like 1,000 gold. So you can use it twice, and I can show up for 10 minutes before I'm out of there. But Bot can also recharge it. So those two uses are used up. We just give Bot some. You just give me some extra coin. I got Bot in the back, whipping it up, rubbing it up real special, then bam, you got a brand new Crimbo with 2 uses.
How much is what the recharge is?
1,000 gold each time. But you gotta think. Fuck that. I gotta use that. Anyways, you gotta think though, like, all of a sudden you're out of healing potions, or you're out of doozle snaps, so then, you know, what are you gonna do if you don't have access to that stuff? It's pretty much, it's the only Crimbo I know of. Hey, well, that dusty old bag back there? What else are you looking to buy? Maybe we can throw it into a bundle or something. The jerkin rod. Almost everything on the list, Bob's doing. The jerkin rod is mine. Let me show you. He kind of like shuffles his red scaly little body over, and he grabs this, which you guys already passed before you showed it to you. It's this smooth wooden dowel that's probably about this long, sticking up on top of a base of wood. And he grabs it and he's like, the jerkin rod works like this. He puts it up on the counter and he just starts.
What?
Or it works better with 2 hands. And then he just starts like this. Get your hands warm. So if you're going somewhere cold, it's the friction. Get your hands warm.
Of course that happens when I have my drink.
So how many of those jerky rods can sell here?
What was that?
How many of that jerky rods can sell here?
This is the only one I've made. I've never really sold one. You can be the first.
I'd have to remember.
What do you mean? Just try it. It keeps your hands warm. I'm telling you, it warms your hands right up. He kind of hands the jerky rod to you.
We made me. We find it right.
It's one of the only items in the shop that isn't magical. Pop does the magic stuff. I'm just kind of here to sell it. And, well, yeah, the jerky rod is kind of my invention. I was bored one day and my hands were cold. I was just thinking about how fire's made, I guess. And then saw a piece of a wooden dowel, and I just started, my hand got warmer. No, it's pretty smooth. I sanded it real nice here. I mean, I could have Bob make it so it's a pearlescent button-up protection, kind of like a ringer protection. Oh, it gives you a +1 to your AC saving throws.
Right, but there's not a ring of protection.
That's probably something I don't have right now, but down at Fair Center, you're gonna be able to find the ringer protection or cloaker protection at demands. But something like that I could have. That's the other thing. Bob can like do what you want as long as you got the gold and the stuff. You can get it done. I really want to work with you here, especially on the Crumbo, because man, I really want to see some stuff, you know, even though it only be for 10 minutes. Man, that bag's pretty magical, man. You can shove a lot of crap in there. On the outside. Make me an offer. A reasonable one. Come on. You understand that it's a magical item, right? Like, you can't even get these healing potions for that much. I got you with the jerky rod, didn't I? Tell you what. Is there anything else on the list that's looking good to you? That's what I'm saying. We can work something out. These are magical items. You know? And actually, if you've shopped around, I don't know if you've been to Fair Center and actually looked at any of the prices, but you like fixing those little bits? Yeah, like this. Yeah, no. But my prices, our prices, are lower than magical prices in Fair Center. So you wanted the button to turn into a cigar, but then you want to smoke the cigar? Okay, and then what happens? Then it's just like a one-time use sort of deal? So it's a cigar that doesn't burn up. Yeah, you can smoke it, but it would never run out. You know? Or, you know, if, because I think that's what you're getting at. I see. I'm sure we could do it. Never done anything like that before. Maybe like 300 gold?
Hey, you got the gold pen, you?
Or, like I said, we could do the antitoxins, the mega. Remind me what's in this package. Of course. I'm pretty sure this bag is worth like or 3,000 gold. And my issue is you're not taking the Crimbo. But I suppose if that's what you want, the best I can do.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the persuasion check for me. If somebody else wants to help with this somehow, they can try.
I'll say like, yeah, it's just about the bag, it's like, hasn't been used and nothing like, so about the damage.
The magical item, it can't be
Yeah,
How do you help? Right, but how are you as a character helping persuade him to get this price?
What's gonna work? We don't scam it, sleep ops. What are you talking about? That way.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion check if you haven't already. You can roll a d4. 50, you said? Okay. So I'm gonna say, no, that, I didn't feel like any of that was very persuasive, so,
375. You got yourself the bag, cigar, which you're gonna come back for. Bob doesn't. I mean, that's a. It takes time to do this stuff. The antitoxins and the jerky round, which I know for a fact will fit in that bag.
Let's
Well,
really want to have one.
so, question on the sleep out.
Or I really want to see some stuff. We can maybe hold off on the cigar. I know. It's a health risk. Not smoking. I get it. That's what I mean. But we can hold off on that. We can do the Crimbo, the antitoxin, and that dusty bag, as you call it. 600 gold. The Crimbo alone is 1,000. It is a good deal, bro.
Well, so if I thought on the sleep out Crimbo thing here, since the only thing it does is bring you to death, I only pay 375. Take that out alone, and take my money. They'll call you to us. Pay for the Crimbo.
You're losing me, Green Man. What did I say, 600? 580. That's it.
And he kind of puts his hands on his fists on his scaly hips, and you can tell this is it, or like. And he has access to the items in his shop.
680. You, sir, got yourself a Schleeboff deal.
Oh, this hand's not as small.
Yeah. Alright, so he gets the bag of holding for you guys, he gets, what is it, 2 bottles of antitoxin?
So you're
I'm carrying this.
It's, yeah, we pretty much think of it as infinite at this table, except for like, if it's like a super long or big item, then I start to keep track, but yeah, the opening is like, or 50 feet structure.
Pointing at someone? Bam. Smiles. Yep. Wanda smiles? Once a day. Not the mood, but if they're pissed off, they're still gonna smile. Guaranteed. That's the Schlee's guarantee. Not unless their lips are zipped.
That's all. That's all.
So what type of item is this?
So it actually looks like a sending stone, but the symbol on it is just like this like obscure kind of like scratchy looking S. And actually the closer you look at it, you think it's like it might not be like an actual like stone, but maybe like it's heavy type wood or something.
He's got one of the vials of antitoxin. I have one. I got the sleeve out of She's got the bag of holding. Jerked her out of one of the vials in it.
No one else needs that.
Did that?
Why not?
He threw it in there. How that like that was one little.
It can be useful. Maybe we'll find a purpose for it. What do you wield? I wield the jerk it now. I have the best things in the head.
Well, anything else, guys? What a sweet deal. Well, don't forget about that crypto. Yeah, guys, ever need anything else? Either stop on in or, give that Roomba a good rubbing. I'll be coming.
Come on, Primo. Come on. I don't know why.
guys, it's probably been about an hour and a half since you guys like left. Yeah, probably about an hour and a half since you guys left. Um, it's about 3 days to the edge of the Adri, and then probably about another day and a half if you're moving at like a normal pace to where Winston, you guys found.
I mean, naturally, the time is possible, but,
I mean, that is possible.
Oh, no, it's like,
Open it up, and I mean, it just looks like an abyss. It's just black.
It really is. Yeah, you gotta stay here.
I reached down and,
What are you looking for?
just feeling around.
You won't feel anything unless you're going in for purpose.
Oh.
Like, you know, if you know the jerky rod is in there, and you go in for the jerky rod, you get it. If you're going in for a sword, a specific sword that you think is in there, you'll get it. But if you just look at her, like, waving your hand around there, it's like you're in a lake. Roll a d20. Yeah, it's a 5% chance. Serious?
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, shit. Yes, there's one, standard healing potion.
that's a good time to get that one.
No, that's like 75. Just, standard. Oh, it's a potion. You guys would probably know properties of this in Spain, like maybe 10 minutes with it, and you get the vibe that the only way to really know what's all in there is if you tip it upside down. Just let everything fall out. So you do that, and the only thing that falls out is oh, that's in there. Sorry. Whatever you put in there, it comes out. Yeah. The one of smiling is only like a foot long. And it's just kind of like, it almost looks like a birchwood dowel. And it looks like, at first glance, it looks like there's like crescent moons kind of like rotate around it, but probably smiles. That's something. So, sorry, what's the plan?
We're gonna hike lots of times.
Okay. So no rest until like a long rest. Um, Anything else while you're in? You don't know. You're guessing for like a week. You're guessing it's caught up.
I don't have a jerky, right?
No, it's so loud.
Oh, I think you're in the feelings.
Yeah.
So that smell,
Yeah.
the smell.
It didn't smell like cat piss, but it was an odor that you could see how somebody thought it would smell like urine.
It was only.
As you guys are making your way through the blocks towards like Fair Center and house, you reach you can see the gate of like Fair Center, probably off like 100 yards or so in the blocks, but you're getting close to it. And you hear this and coming like through that like arch gate, you see 6 East Fair soldiers, like in not like full like plate mail, but like probably plate greaves and stuff, but chainmail shirts, so they don't have like full armor on yet, holding their helmets, and they are like not running, but they are like jaunting, like they go past you or about to go past you. It looks like they're heading through the blocks. They're in a rush.
Yeah, because these guys didn't know you were wrestling.
They were able to get a short rest. They're not on horses. But they're heading towards Highville. Like, probably towards the castle. They're not like passing you to go out. They're like booking to the castle.
They're just going.
So, to answer your question, if they don't take a long rest tonight, or you guys check the force mark tonight, they probably wouldn't even, their role would be harder to not get exhausted. If you were to go at a fast pace, you would probably have to make exhaustion before a long rest. One point of exhaustion. I have to look at this because not fine, but remember, exhaustion. 1 point of exhaustion makes it so every time you roll a 20 roll, you're minusing 1. And then it's cumulative. So if you don't take care of that, then the next time you get exhaustion, it's -2. By the time you reach, I think it's -5. Yeah. Yeah. Exhaustion. you guys leave East Fair, you leave like the actual like boundary of inner East Fair. You're now traveling through like the agricultural area around it. And on your way out, you do see more East Fair guards, East Fair soldiers, like making their way towards the castle. And you do see some of them like talking to each other on the way, and it's like under breath, like while they're like hurrying. You get the vibe something big is happening. You reach probably about, we'll say, maybe like 2 miles out of this fair, making your way. It's probably about 4 now. And you see two people coming off of towards East Fair on the dirt road that you're on. The dirt road that you're on right now is still probably about wide enough to do like carriage across carriage if there was. Another mile or so in like reaches, like more of a trail, especially since you guys will be going off towards like after it. But there's definitely two figures, one much shorter than the other, coming on the path.
I do, I guess if we're that far out already, unless I can have that, I kind of want to keep track.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check. Is this something you would have been doing like as you were leaving to?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of do it as soon as we got to the gates.
Okay.
Then check to see if anything's
Yeah,
going on.
yep, totally do. You know,
Right, I don't perceive.
yeah. Yeah, you don't see anybody tracking you or following you.
Is there a connection to really do that?
So usually how I do that is, if you tell me that that's ongoing, I'll take that roll for probably about an hour, or depending on the situation, like if you're like in a dungeon, it's gonna be more than an hour, right? But, yeah, so if you just let me know that's something.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, all right, you guys continue down the road. You get to the point where you recognize one of the people, one of the figures traveling north. It's a hooded figure, like grayish green skin, really nice, like plate boots, like metal boots. But you know that those boots don't make any sound. There must be something special about it. He brings his hood back, and you recognize this is Garcia Gonzalez, with his big, he's got big like gauge ears of wood, and he's got a couple slices in the top of his ear from like either cuts or like piercings that have been pulled. Kind of walks up, it's like,
Yeah, my boy Clement kind of comes up, brings it in, gives you a little hug. Yeah, heard you guys got that bound. Pretty sweet.
he kind of like looks up at it's like a human, like human male figure kind of next to him, trench coat kind of deal. Sorry.
Since I
But it has some sort of cat-like creature.
get the backs. That Piccolo was with the Greats.
Sometimes they do jobs for us. Sometimes they do jobs for us. But I mean, that's five. I don't know who he is. But I knew my boy here. So the deal was 5% of the bounty. You guys got the bounty handed in. 5%, that's 175.
Yeah, we'll have to get into it later.
Later doesn't really work.
Just Max took them all.
Make a deception check. I think it's 175. One 175.
What do you got on you now? That's not really how the veil works. Don't know what that is. But I do know how boundaries work and how a middleman works. I haven't had this problem with you guys in the past. This was the biggest thing at once. This was kind of a test, you know?
We got a pearl button with a gray stone.
I'm talking gold, Carter. What is it, and how much of the 175 of mine do you have? And I'm joking around.
And you look up, and to this point, like, you guys and Garcia Gonzalez have been like really chummy, pretty cool, totally on the good. You're definitely noticing a switch. And the figure next to him looks like a lot of the types of people you saw up in Spark Castle. So yeah, he's asking how much you guys got. You're saying this aloud, Garcia.
Yeah. God.
I did manage to sock 22 gold pieces.
Is that the truth? Is anybody, he's gonna roll a perception check, see what he sees. Guys. That is gonna be a 16. So, I would say that anything that isn't extremely hidden in like a purse or something small, he's able to clock on you, or if it's like something in a bag or a purse, that's probably visible, he at least sees the purse. So, I need, like above the table DM, I need to know what you all have on you that might be worth more than 5 or 10 gold. I'm talking about like expensive trinkets, weapons, stuff like that. Like something that he's gonna be able to like. Okay. Violin, yours? Probably about where. Probably about where. That's probably. I don't know. How nice of a violin would you have on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being like, you know, the best. 75. Any of the rest of you have any like items of import or something that's worth money? How big is that? Attached to your bag. What did you say you had? The 23, right, or whatever. Okay.
Just so you know, this is really how the veil syndicate works. You guys are doing it. Shadow business. Dark and alley stuff. You saw where we met each other. So, it doesn't really matter when somebody stabs you in the back. From my point of view, you're stabbing me in the back. So give me that goddamn file. So I can sell it and make up some of my 5%.
What's the other guy that's with him?
Human, looks to be like some sort of human robe. Completely silent thus far.
And I'm gonna need it. Come on. What's taking so long? This isn't about sneaking. This is about doing what you already said you did. Where is it? Go. Now wait a minute. You lost. You had. I don't know who you are. Why do I need the money? I gave you guys the job. You got the job from me. I was a little. You guys wouldn't have got the job if it wasn't. This is how this stuff works. Business. Don't go mussing around in business you don't know nothing about. And I'm starting to really get the vibe that you don't know what it's about. The violin and the 23. And when I see you again, I'm gonna want the rest.
You don't have anything else on you? No weapons, nothing? A short bow? Oh, he wants the short bow.
It's hidden.
You got any fancy clothes on? So he's gonna want your leather armor, your violin, your short bow, his 23 gold. Unless somebody else somehow manages to scrounge up something instead. Or you get the vibe that there's probably gonna be some violence on the road here. No, I mean you can speak. But just keep in mind, he's already to the point where he's like,
Stop fucking around.
so you can try whatever you want.
What? I'll accept the bag. the bag and you keep all the rest of your shit. I lit it in 23 Carter. Listen. How's this? I need your steps or the bag. Listen, I'm not like you guys. I know what the bag is. So I'll take the bag. And I'll give you guys $1,000. I know that bag. And after all, I'm just looking for my 5%, which was nothing. I'm not here to swindle you and screw you. I just want my 5%.
Don't shut up. But
Takes it, hands it over to his guy takes it, puts it in, like, brings open his trench coat, which you see like an assortment of like throwing stars, a couple of daggers.
Thanks.
They step along with it. He does give you $1,000. Yeah, probably. So you guys can do, if you're gonna hold on to all that, it's fine with it. If you guys want to split, that's fine, but. The only thing he took was the bag. He didn't take anything in the bag. He took an empty bag.
Yes.
Okay. You guys reach the point where you're out in the middle of, plains, grass fields, far away from, miles and miles away from East Fair's agricultural surroundings. Here's where you find like a couple of like maple trees next to a couple of oak trees. You guys camp for the night to have a long rest. You guys take watches throughout the night. I'll ask real quick if anybody would be having any like RP or any discussion during rest or before you all take a long rest. I'll open it up for that real quick if you guys want. Anything? I mean, you guys would survive without a fire. It would get a little chilly, but not cold. You guys do a fire. You did see after you were empty the thing, it's like it's a wooden rod on a wooden base. It's like a wooden base. It's like this thick, and then there's wooden belt sticking out of it. Any RP going on?
it's the only thing that starts to chill down because God knows Scott, kind of shit. Goes over and grabs it and stick.
I would look at him doing this and I say, you're really going ham on that thing.
As he starts to do it, the shakes go away.
That makes someone happy.
of a better word. What? You guys wake up in the morning to the blue hour sunrise, and you all get the benefits of a long rest. So fully healed, all your spell slots back, all that shit. Is there anything that you guys are? I need somebody to roll a d20 for me, actually. Okay. Is there anything that you guys are doing between now and reaching the Adri and Amazon's area? Anything that you would want, as long as nothing happens, right, on the way there, is there anything that you guys would want to talk about or do? Yeah, so go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I would kind of bump up that, what they're not,
Well, perception would be, it's a wisdom thing, right? So, it's not wisdom? Yeah, so take your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Okay, anything else that you guys, you're gonna have, like, it's gonna be three nights basically to the Adri, and then about another night and a half to, so if there's anything that you guys are doing between now and then, now's the time to do it. Perception check from you. You got it.
Roll it. Roll it.
Or no, Kata and Karda, sorry. Survive. You guys don't notice any big track. Every once in a while you'll see like off on like some other trail or road through the wild plains here. You'll see like some of the carriage like that and stuff. But you also don't notice anybody like holding back here, like what you're saying, with any of the routes to travel to the forest. And East Fair and the castle and everything are far enough away now that like it's just like a snack. You don't notice anything other than like some deer and some footprints every once in a while, stuff like that. Most of the trails that you're on now are just like trails. Last chance before we get to that final. So it would be, but you guys are making fast pace then?
we are now.
Okay. Got it, okay. So actually it would be, okay. So you guys made good enough time, let's say that would have been. So actually, you reach the point where on your third evening, as the sun's setting, you're already inside of the Cadre, and you would need to make a decision. Do you force march through the night, probably about like 6 hours, to where a Winston's area was, or you rest and make that extra 6 hours? This is again on your third night, so you basically, you thought it was going to take you 4.5 Yeah, that third night you're inside, like, maybe just a mile. Yeah, go ahead and make a sign. I'll let you use perception towards, survival's gonna be more towards like noticing marks on in the forest itself. Perception would be like visually seeing something.
These
You notice a couple claw marks over some fallen trees and mud. On closer look, most of it is either finger marks, or tracks, or like actions. This is food animal. So you guys didn't say you got extra rations, so, understand that the whole 10 days with the food and water. And then if it gets down to where you guys are trying to ration food, then I split it at one. So. And that third night. Get right back to that, Nate.
Here on Turkey, we make sure you get the best of the best turkeys. Everyone needs a turkey. Especially
Up until now, I don't know. Old man sucked. Devastating.
maybe it's the turkey.
So, when do you're asking this, did I say you guys already finished the one?
Yeah, this is kind of like morning hours.
Got it. Yeah, lots of birds, like normal morning forest sounds. Yeah, you wouldn't hear, you don't hear anything else. It's like chatter in the trees. 6 hours. So you're guessing 6 hours. You won't be able to say. Somebody roll a d20 for me.
Yeah.
Somebody must be leading the charge, directing. Whoever's navigating can roll a survival check.
Either Carson or I.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're still looking out that you're in seventh grade. Cause my question would be, if Zach was school, if it would have passed it, something.
Nope, I just take that into account. If you guys are moving at a fast pace and you roll a 10, in my head, the DC on finding something just goes up.
Did you want to do them? So we can pass it on. So like if you're back, you step up or something. You want to trust track or something like that.
Yeah, survival check. Okay. And what was the sign roll? Looking for dragon signs. Remember what that roll was? Actually, that was the previous night. So give me another survival check roll. But this one was going to be with disadvantage. Okay. You don't see any signs of drag, and it gets to the point where, with the fast movement and trying to make sure that you're staying on track, where you think you're heading, you don't even pick up on like animal tracks. A lot of it just looks like pony forest. Yeah, about 6 hours later, you guys, you're kind of huffy and puffy, sweaty. It would be around noon, maybe 11, before noon, and you are back at Winston's, where Winston called home.
And if you guys here are over here thinking about what drag would be around here, or let's see, like get out there.
Yeah, there's like a little, this little chasm or cave that's about 15, 20 feet wide, and it goes down about 15 feet. Where he was like getting, it seemed like where he was getting his ore from. Bane, and some of you guys got a little bit of a look at that. You went down there to see if you could notice anything, and it just kind of comes to like, it's kind of like a wedge. It's like, this is not, like I said, it's about 15, 20 feet in, and then about 15 feet deep. But on top, like if you're just walking up here, it's just like this wedge that goes in. It's open, yeah. It's just this wedge into the earth, and it's just like ore and stone that he's been chipping away at. And then you get down inside of where the wedge is, and it's just like this, like it's just like this crack. You know. Yeah, you go in there, you see like dried up herbs and stuff, kind of like hanging from different like pieces of like vine that were very purposefully put there. You notice some like leather medicine pouches that don't really seem to have anything in them other than like other herbs, like dried. One of them has like this dried powder in it, it seems. Other than that, there's nothing in there. much how you left it. You see like the iron like bowls sitting around with like water in it. So obviously a bird come down and drink out of it, splash it on one of them, and dart off. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a perception check here. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll a perception check or investigation. Your choice. Yeah, investigation or perception. Very effective, just let me know. Cardock, you don't really see anything. Like you're looking around for like signs of dragon or where something might be, and it just looks like forest. You notice several animals around and stuff. Though that was like you're deep into the cat. Like, other than aliens and stuff here, it seems like everything else is just very overtaken by the forest. Nebetka, I mean, you can see where he was chiseling away and trying to get ore out of where there was stone. You still see like a small pile of ore there. I believe one of you guys, I don't know if the pickaxe is still there. I think one of you guys might have taken it. If not, the pickaxe would still be there. It's like a free pickaxe. But there's parts of the crack that are a little bit wider than others. Like it goes like, it's just very jagged. And it does look like the cleft still goes. But it's not like, you can't tell if it goes 8 inches or if it's deeper than that, or you don't really know. You can't really, it's pretty, it's like, there's a cleft in the earth, but it doesn't necessarily look like a cave beyond. Judging off of like what there's probably like 5 chunks of it that are maybe 10 to 15 pounds each. About the same size as one of them that Dennis was carrying with her. Some of this, I mean, he was definitely able to like work it, and like he get stone off, and like get ore out of it. Wonder out of it, yeah. Pretty happening forest.
Yeah, you guys notice like the crowd's not really standing around anywhere. People don't know where it is. You don't know.
Make a stealth check. You definitely saw him.
Okay.
He kind of went back, and like he was kind of looking over. He was trying to pretty sneaky good, but you don't see him, but you know the direction. Is there something that you're doing?
Only if they come looking for me.
Okay.
What the hell is that? I would stay close by. Obviously. Look odd.
Yeah, you guys look around. You guys there's like, you're not picking up on it. Like, you don't get the vibe that if there's a dragon like up here, or like in this area, you don't see it. You don't see like any mountains or anything, other than the one that, Abe Winston was sleeping. You start, picking away, at this, and I mean, yeah, you can, this pickaxe is pretty crude, it's not the best, but you're able to, like, every chip, you get a little deeper with where you're at. A lot of this isn't iron ore, it looks like, a lot of it's just stone that gets discarded to get iron. But yeah, you can start chipping away. Seems to come off fairly easy. Takes some physical work, but. Do you have an intent? Yeah. Okay. You get to the point where, like, you're doing this for probably about 2-3 minutes, and you're just hacking away at this shit, and you're working on like one section, probably about like 4 feet up of chest level, and it doesn't look like it starts to open up. You've probably got maybe 5 inches, but it does look like that crack is starting to widen. Maybe perception. I mean, it just smells like birds down here, really. I mean, you notice that that's widening up, with that little bit that you chiseled away at. But other than that, as far as smells inside, that's what you see. I don't know how far you think that went. Here's some rust on it. Catch a rabbit? Okay. You trying to, are you trying to be sneaky, or you trying to persuade?
It doesn't, I mean, I guess looking at it right now, it doesn't seem like it's scared, so.
Okay, yeah, make an animal handling check or a persuasion check, your choice. Okay. You kind of like, you got some like clovers in your hand, you don't pick up the clovers. Kind of gets up, he's timid at first, he gets up close to you and grabs it. Oh, at first he's like really, really wriggly and stuff, but then like you bring him in, he just like, you can just, his heart's like a machine gun, like rabbit hearts go. But yeah, he's just like, he's pretty chill now. You're just holding on.
This is John.
I'm probably minutes away, or you can just hop on the
Kata has now entered the area again, and he has a rabbit.
Caught a rabbit. He's just petty. I'm gonna walk over and
But
feeling okay? You seem off. I mean, I see you caught a rabbit.
Oh, yeah, you're talking for him. Why, what's going on?
are you still doing that, or?
I want to keep doing it, at least until we can possibly make it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so after, you realize that after you keep working this, it does keep getting longer. It's probably gonna take, I mean, it is stone. It's gonna take about an hour at least. But you do think that this goes deeper. So if that's the intent, and you're the one that's doing it, I would need its strength and athletics check. Okay, give me one more. you start to slow down around the like 40-minute mark. But you get to the point where cauda can definitely fit through. It's about this wide now, and like there, you can actually feel like a bit of a draft coming out of here. And yeah, you guys are able to like look now, and like Bane has like chiseled away at least a section of this, like enough for there to be like enough of a void for something to slip through.
Do I know if you have a bracket? Like a vein?
I mean, if you look back, you can see. I mean, if you like get out of there and look, then yeah, you know it's got a rat.
No, I mean like staying in there.
Probably not.
Okay, then I would, vein would be all like caught comfort.
David, that good to see my friend that I caught.
As you guys are doing that, that's when you hear Bane yell up for cauda.
So random.
Thought I heard Bane say something, but I don't know.
You don't. He's not coming down.
Okay.
You don't notice him after probably about 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, you're able to look down into the little wedge and you see that Bane's made quite a bit of work on it. Like, getting something. There's definitely enough space for somebody to fit through.
Careful with my bike shop.
That back here. Vein would be all something like caught get down here if you don't want.
What are you saying, Bane? God, what are we doing?
There's a hole you
Whoa, wait a second. How did I even get this rabbit? And now you want me to fit in a hole? I don't understand.
I might open a gate. Chasm.
Oh, like a dragon hole. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, sorry, I got really distracted there.
Do you have the rabbit now? Make an animal handling check.
It's working.
Five.
5? Okay, he bites you. You take 1 point of piercing damage and you drop him.
You did roll.
But don't roll them.
You actually look.
But yeah, you can you look and yeah, there's probably about a section that's like this tall, like maybe about this wide. It's just like black and white. So
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I blacked out for a while. But, yeah, that's all.
okay. Is that what I meant?
I can light a torch on it.
So you go through?
Yeah, I'll look into it first and
Okay.
see what I can see.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the perception check. You see 60 feet down, and then it just goes like black, but it looks like it continues to go down, and it's natural. You don't see like steps. You can also hear the trickling of like slope. It's like a slope, yeah. Pretty steep, probably about 15 degrees. It opens up to the point where it's probably about like 8 to 10 feet wide and tall. It like opens up, like it's like fucking tall. can hear like some like water dripping, like, but real faint and like much lower. You don't see like rainwater. Other than that, you hear like that silence, that cave silence.
Well, it looks like it just kind of goes down, pretty steep slope, so, I guess I'm going with that.
Going in the hole, container.
So are you continuing down further?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it
Okay.
I'm not in it, so.
Oh. Oh. I thought you were in the hole.
Well, it's only big enough.
It'd probably take about another hour for Bane or someone else that pickaxe. If somebody has a different way out and they speed it up, we probably need another hour to widen this to the point where like your big ass and her good. Not like this, no. You can, it's all the shit out of it, but you could. The only weapons that would belt and something like that would be a magical weapon. You can probably squeeze through it. Yeah.
I'm definitely like, go back and stuff, and stuff.
Okay. Is the plan then to keep chipping or wait till they come back? What's your?
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, the hole probably made enough noise already, but let's see if we.
Stealth checks and perception checks. Both of you. Perception. So you guys have a real, I mean, it is dead quiet in here other than this like water dripping. It gets to, you guys are in probably about 5 minutes. Like you keep like at your slow, stealth pace. It does start to wind. There's sections where like you guys have to kind of like help each other like get down like this rounder part where it like goes down probably like a 5 foot gap and it starts again. It gets to the point where it opens up a little, even a little bit more in areas where you're in like almost like alcoves that are like 15, 20 feet large. But it does continue to go down. You guys are gone for about 15 minutes at a slow pace. This looks like it keeps going. No forks, nothing. But it just keeps going. Windy here and there, bigger in areas, but it just keeps going. 5 minutes, and you start to you get a different smell. You start to see something floating in the air. Dust smells. You start to see a lot more like lichen and moss on the walls. Even where you're walking, there's like some fungus starting to grow and stuff. And 5 minutes after that, and you guys realize that for some reason, you're suffering from the poison condition. You would have disadvantage on any attacks. And that stuff floating around in the air, those little motes of dust that seem to be kind of like sparkly, they're a little bit denser. Smells very moist and damp, and the walls are progressively getting more This doesn't cause any damage. It's just kind of like you almost feel like a little, it's like a little drunk almost, like a little tipsy. But it's not causing damage. But as far as like a game mechanics go, it's the point. It seems to be getting worse. They've been going for 20 minutes now.
Would that affect that?
No.
Does the mushrooms will seem like close it together?
No, no. I mean, it seems to be getting denser and more like, the more fungal growth, more different kinds and stuff like that. But it's not like, it's starting to pinch off.
Well, do you want to investigate and see if there's any other side of like slime or debris.
Okay, perception check or investigation check. You can also do nature as well. No slime. I mean, some of the mushrooms and like the shelf mushrooms and stuff, we have like film on them, like nothing that looks unnatural. Honestly, it just looks like. I mean, it does strike you as kind of odd that like this far down there's a bunch of like moss and like different types of mushrooms and stuff, really. But no more. You don't hear any more dripping. Things are still like moist inside, but you don't hear any like dripping water at all. Do you have that spell? Okay, yeah, you can cast that. You cast detect magic. Do you have anything magical that you can talk about it?
Is sleep ops Crimbo magical?
It is. Okay, so that gives off a lot of enchantment aura. But other than that, there's nothing magical in here. It seems to be whatever's going on with like the almost like, I don't want to call it dizziness, but this slight little like wave you feel in your head. It must be something that's like, it's not arcane. It must be something that's natural. Down. Yeah, you guys are 20 minutes away from the party. It's 20 minutes back right now. Going? Okay, how much further? Okay. So the 10 minutes goes by. They've been going for 30 minutes now. And you two get to a point where it kind of like starts to level out. So it doesn't seem like you're descending anymore. You kind of go around this corner where it gets kind of tight. And around this corner to the right. This is the first time that there's been like almost like a hairpin pitch. Kind of gets to the right, and the ceiling here is probably about 12 feet high, and the ceiling goes to a point, like crushes in on itself. And you can tell that like this little hairpin you guys have to squeeze through, Bane would probably just barely squeeze through. It's pretty tight. It's like this. You guys squeeze through that, and then there's like a hall of just like, there's like this soft like yellow glow coming from some of these mushrooms, and it's just like this hall is probably about 30 feet long bouquet. Like, in your dark vision, you would see this as like grays and stuff, but because of like some of these bioluminescent glows from some of these mushrooms, you get to see some of the color here, and it's like a bouquet of flowers, but it's like mosses and you know, fungi, mushrooms, and it seems like there's different patches of different colors in them. It's just like, it's actually pretty beautiful. You still see all that stuff like rolling through the air. You see a stone door, like clearly like a door, like arched and everything, 30 feet down this hall. And then there's or no, that's not that. You don't see that. You just see like an end. There's no door. It's just like the walls are covered in mushrooms, mosses. Mosses are hanging from the ceiling here. And it just comes to like a